Florida, the Sunshine State, the land of theme parks, beaches, and ghost towns, because hidden behind all the neon and palm trees, there's another Florida, a forgotten one, where hotels still hum with the echoes of 1960s tourists, where whole neighborhoods sit buried in swamp water, and where, if you listen closely, you might still hear the whispers of what used to be. I'm Noah Adams, and this is Oddity Atlas, the show that digs up the stories most travelers never see. We go beyond the postcards, into the ruins, the mysteries, and the how is this even real corners of the Sunshine State. In this episode, we're exploring Florida's most hauntingly beautiful, abandoned places, from a theme park left to rot in the jungle, to an underwater town that's literally sinking into the sea, to a secret military base that looks like it was frozen in time. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at old Florida the same way again. So grab a flashlight, keep your hands inside the airboat at all times, and whatever you do, don't get lost, because around here, even the GPS starts to disappear. What if I told you Florida, the land of sunshine, beaches, and overpriced churros, has neighborhoods that look like they were hit by a zombie apocalypse, except the only virus was bad luck, and maybe a Category 4 hurricane, whole towns, just gone. Not ancient ruins or pirate legends, I mean places that still had blockbuster cards and holiday lights in the 90s. So yeah, today we're trading theme parks for tumbleweeds as we explore Florida's forgotten towns, eerie, overgrown, and hauntingly close to the world's busiest vacation spots. Stick around, because by the end of this trip, you'll swear these ghostly places belong on another planet, not 30 miles from Disney World. Florida's ghost towns, as I see it, come in 3 flavors, and none of them are citrus. First, there's hurricane soup, where Mother Nature just hits the reset button. Then we've got military leftovers, built for war, forgotten by peace, and finally, my personal favorite, boom-to-bust towns, got run over by the economy. Let's start with the storms, because here in Florida, nature doesn't just make the news, she writes it. Imagine the 1928 Okeechobee hurricane. Winds so strong it killed over 2,500 people in one night. Entire farming towns around the lake, Belle Glade, Canal Point, Pahokee, literally washed away. You can still kayak those marshes today, and if you're not careful, you'll hit a submerged foundation with your paddle. I've done it. Nothing like realizing you're gliding over what used to be someone's living room. Creepy? Yeah. Humbling? Definitely. It feels like paddling over history. Or ghosts. Maybe both. Fast forward 70 years. Hurricane Michael, 2018. Mexico Beach wasn't just damaged, it was deleted. Blocks of homes looked like they'd been vacuumed off the earth. Even today, if you drive Highway 98, you'll see driveways leading to nowhere, stairs that stop mid-air, and gulls nesting where living rooms used to be. Sure, the town is rebuilding, bless them, but just 2 streets inland, it's quiet. No hammers, no laughter, just wind. Nature as always bats last. Now let's chill things down, literally, because our next ghost town didn't die by storm, it froze. Welcome to Eldora, hidden deep inside Canaveral National Seashore. Once a booming citrus settlement, this town was bursting with orange groves and optimism, until the Great Freeze of 1895. For 3 nights, temperatures plummeted to 18 degrees. 18, in Florida. The trees snapped like celery sticks, and with them, the entire town's future. Today, only one building remains. The Eldora house, painted this cheery yellow, almost mocking its own tragedy. I kayaked there last winter, manatees cruising by, the water perfectly still. A volunteer ranger told me, it's quiet as a library, except all the books are missing. And honestly, I couldn't have said it better. Now, hop a ferry out of Fort DeSoto, and 30 minutes later, you're stepping onto an island frozen in time. Welcome to Fort Dade, a 1900s military city that once had 300 residents, electric lights, a bowling alley, and even its own phone exchange. Basically, an entire self-contained world surrounded by sea. But when the Spanish-American War ended, the guns became obsolete, and the people just left. Walk those brick roads today, and it's like the soldiers vanished mid-lunch. Gopher tortoises have taken over the sidewalks. The theater is a crumbling skeleton, sunlight pouring through like ghostly spotlights. I once found a Coke bottle there from 1919, half buried and tilted, like it was trying to escape the past. If you really want an unforgettable night, you can actually camp here with a permit. Just you, the ocean, and the clanking flagpole chains that sound exactly like bad horror movie music. Next up, Oriole, west of Brooksville, a town that hit every branch on the bad luck tree. In the 1890s, miners pulled 200 tons of phosphate rock a day here. Then the freeze wrecked agriculture. Then influenza hit. By 1898, even the post office and the heartbeat of any town shut its doors for good. Now, all that's left are whispers in the Withlacoochee State Forest, a lopsided cemetery, a stone windmill base, maybe a broken horseshoe if you're lucky. I once brushed the dirt off a tiny headstone that read, Baby L. 3 Mosus. Gone, but not forgotten. Except, totally forgotten. And that's when exploring turns emotional. When you realize you're not just walking through ruins, but through someone's memory. Now here's the plot twist. Not all ghost towns are ancient history. Some are still alive. Barely. Take Jensen Beach, near Port St. Lucie. This town was hammered by hurricanes and economic crashes in the 2000s, and parts of it never recovered. You'll find entire condo complexes boarded up. For lease signs faded to pale ghosts of letters. One building I visited had vines crawling up the elevator shaft, and a dragonfly buzzing where the reception desk used to be. I asked a fisherman if the town would ever come back. He pointed to a heron standing where the front desk once was, and said, "That's the new mayor." So yeah, maybe it's not coming back anytime soon. If this little road trip through forgotten Florida is scratching that explorer itch, hit that like button. Let YouTube know you're into this kind of weird, wonderful history, because trust me, I've got a lot more ghost towns up my sleeve. And hey, drop your favorite abandoned spot in the comments. Who knows, you might see it in the next episode. Here's the wild part. Florida's still making ghost towns. Right now, insurance rates are skyrocketing, people are moving out, and entire neighborhoods in Cape Coral and Tampa are turning quiet. Drive through some of those subdivisions and you'll see it. Lawns waist-high, mailboxes overflowing, silence so thick it feels like the world's on pause. Economists call it market correction. I call it the next season of Oddity Atlas. Because Florida doesn't just have ghost towns, it recycles them. Before you grab your camera and go full Indiana Jones, let's talk safety. Fort Dade? Totally legal. It's a state park, but if you miss the ferry, congrats, you're camping with raccoons. Eldora? Kayak only. Bring water, and maybe a backup paddle. Oriole? Great for hiking, but wear orange in hunting season. Seriously, no one wants to end up part of the local wildlife. And for Mexico Beach or Jensen Beach, these places still have residents, so don't wander into someone's crumbling house for a selfie. That's not exploring. That's trespassing. My rule. If there are curtains in the window, even dusty ones, it's not abandoned, it's just having a bad year. Photographers, this part's for you. Ghost towns are pure gold for visuals. Cracked paint, golden hour light, the poetry of decay. Shoot early morning for that cinematic glow. A polarizer helps, but honestly, the atmosphere does half the work for you. One of my best photos ever? A reflection in a flooded Jensen Beach pool, shot on a cracked iPhone. It's not about gear, it's about finding the story the place is already telling. So why do we chase these forgotten towns? Because they're Florida's deleted paragraphs, the footnotes nobody reads. They remind us how fragile our paradise really is. Walking those empty streets, you feel the past breathing down your neck, and maybe, just maybe, you realize that nothing we build is permanent, not even the sunshine. Next time you're blasting down I-95 past the billboards and beach ads, remember this, just a few miles off the exit, there's a Florida the brochures forgot, a place where history hums under your feet, and time is still catching its breath, so pack your curiosity, tread lightly, and if you hear something rustling in the bushes, it's probably just me, or a raccoon with Wi-Fi. Stay curious folks, I'm Noah Adams, and this is Oddity Atlas.